Hello everyone, today I'm bringing you a very detailed guide about 3 possible ways you can choose to play. Picking one strategy and sticking with it will make the game a lot funner and your progress will be a lot smoother. So bear with me to the end and decide which one is the best for you. And before we start the video, I just want to ask you to leave a like and subscribe to help my work, and we continue to spread the word about dominations. So let's get started. When starting a new base in dominations, there are 3 main paths or ways to do it, and you have to do it before Industrial Age. Leveling up correctly since the beginning the Dawn Age, you can pick from Striker, Defender, or Rounder. This is extremely important if you wanted to join an alliance that is very determined to war daily and is full of strategy. So for you to be part of it, you must choose the correct path and not screw up. Because if there's one thing that you can't go back in the game, is an upgrade that's already finished. So to start off, let's talk about the All-Rounder strategy. This is for sure the most wanted to play style among all 3, because you simply do what the game provides, and one of these things is leveling your buildings, university, museum, and everything else regardless if there is attack, defense, commercial upgrade. This might seem easy in early ages, but once you reach gunpowder and start your university upgrades, then the game gets endless. Not so much in Gunpowder Age, but from Enlightenment Age and on. If you tend to upgrade everything before moving on, this will definitely take hundreds of days, maybe more. Keep in mind that upgrading your university won't give you experience and contribute to your level, but will impact your building's cost to upgrade, troop damage, and life, time, and works needed to upgrade all the things. Still, my opinion is if you want to go as a all-rounder, to try to split your workforce between university, base buildings, and once you upgrade all your buildings and all your troops, but not the university, you should move on to the next age. This is my humble suggestion, so otherwise the game would be very boring. Secondly, I'm gonna talk about the Striker, and this is one of the fastest pace options that you can get, because upgrading your troops only is not even close to the time that you spend when you are upgrading all your buildings. So this playing style will make you destroy bases easily and have a lot of fun with it. One thing to mention is that in World Wars, where you will see the use of this strategy, you are going to end up in a lower rank positions, but still will be able to attack bases better ranked than yours. So screw everything and let's smash some bases with this strategy. Note that you won't be upgrading all your troops, because this would bring a lot of unwanted war weight, but focus on attack strategy that are going to stick with it and upgrade only the troops for it. Of course, you should have more than one strategy. For example, columns and zooks, and bombers and heavy tanks maybe, or attacking helicopters, which is, until this moment of this video, they are very useful, because it may be needed in some wars to put down for good your opponents. With the buildings that you should be upgrading, you have to focus on console, museum, blacksmith or armory, embassy and its offensive coalitions, university, library, airstrips, factories, barracks, mercenary camps, castles, and only 3 the best generals, which in my opinion are Zhukov, Zensu, and Hannibal. You can spend some points in other generals until you have these 3 I mentioned, but you won't max all your generals. Please don't do that. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the Defender, which the name suggests, you're basically going to focus on all of your defense buildings. And also in the defense coalitions, but not only that, because to progress, you also need to attack. So we can say this way of playing is similar to a rounder, but it's still less because you want upgrading everything. You're focusing on max on the troops you use in your strategy, max all your defense and research related to it, max coalitions and walls for sure. Two things that are valid to mention are, you should look for a low-level alliance when you are still low-level, because then you'll be able to actually defend against someone in World War. Because imagine if you are still in the Industrial Age and get attacked by someone in Atomic Age or higher, you're probably gonna get wiped easily. The other point is, even when you are playing as a defender, you have to prioritize your resources to attack first, because without an attack, you can get the loot. And then you can manage some good loot and focus 100% in your defenses. One thing to mention is that you don't need to develop your economy buildings, because that would slow your progress throughout the ages and probably gonna bring you more attackers. That's my humble opinion, because normally when you have very upgraded economic buildings, people tend to attack you. That's just a quick extra tip. So attacking is always the best to get resources. Keep that in mind. Just an important note, after knowing all the paths, you can go on dominations. And this is that you can still change your playstyle, even starting the game as an all-rounder, for example. If you decide one day to change, this is entirely possible. Depending on your age, you could get some extra unwanted experience, but this is totally fine, and as long as does not happen in very late ages. Knowing your playstyle will help you narrow down all the insane amount of upgrade that the game gives you. So keep these ideas in mind and have fun experimenting and testing your preferred strategy. Thank you everyone for watching, and dropping a like to let YouTube know that we are creating content for this game and stimulate players to keep their journey. Also, if you want to receive more information about Dominations content, subscribe to the channel and have fun, guys.